It's 8:45 here on this Friday morning on Morning News Today. It is the interview that the entire crew has been waiting for. Now, Hindus will celebrate the Festival of Lights, that's Diwali, next week. Leading up to the day, people prepare food and sweet dishes. Well, here to give us an idea of what can be found in many homes over the next few days is food blogger Kirosha Kamal, who's whipped up a storm for us. Kirosha, good morning.
Morning.
And thanks for all of this, and look how lovely you look.
Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Okay, so look at all of this that you've made. Firstly, let's talk about how much of hard work goes into preparing what we call sweetmeats. I know many people don't understand what a sweetmeat is. Yeah. So let's start there. Okay. What is a sweetmeat and why do we do sweet stuff for Diwali?
Well, the simplest way to explain a sweetmeat is an Indian dessert, basically. So the reason why we do sweetmeats during Diwali is, you know, when you give out parcels to your family and your friends, you want them to have sweet words and sweet thoughts. And sweetmeats is generally used in Indian customs whenever we have something to celebrate. And Diwali is a huge celebration for us.
Okay, and of course, there's stuff that has to be eggless. It's something that's no meat that's involved in what goes into. I mean, let's just show our viewers that this is a box. This is what goes, what you make your parcel in, or it could be a fancy plate.
Could be a fancy plate.
It's something that's very prettily decorated. So what are the traditional sweetmeats that we would make, that we would find in a box?
Well, I've got an array here for you, and one of the most common and traditional is barfi.
The barfi, yes.
The barfi is very, very common, but now I find a lot of chefs are actually zhuzhing it up a little bit.
I see that. You've got, I mean, we normally used to little squares or something that we'd see. What have you done with the traditional barfi?
So I've just done a barfi tart, and I've added in some coconut and almonds, and then I've just topped it with jalebi shards and a little bit of edible flowers. And then just to make it look extra special, I've dusted it with some edible gold.
Okay, so we've got healthy. We've got almonds and coconuts in there, right? And it's made with milk.
Yes,
milk powder, very healthy.
Cream.
Sort of.
Yes.
Okay, so cream. Okay, then take us through the rest of what you've got.
And then I've also got, I generally don't have a very sweet tooth, so I love spicy and savory. So this is one of my favorites. It's called Shevda.
Yes, I love that too.
Oh, it's absolutely divine. And it's just got a mix of like nuts and peas, cornflakes, Rice Krispies. And then I've just added a little different touch, and there's some Turkish delights on top.
And, I mean, traditionally it's made with a bit of chili powder. That you would put in, even sort of grilled, not grilled, what do we fry the chilies?
We fry the chilies.
An onion or potato, depending what you want to put in there.
So you can just go crazy. And for me, I just thought I didn't keep it too spicy because, you know, everyone has different spice levels. So the Turkish delight also brings a little bit of sweetness, so to balance the spicy out as well.
That's lovely. That's yummy. Okay, and then this very pretty tray.
Yes.
Tell us what's happening.
Okay, so, you know, gulab jamun is also a very traditional sweetmeat. I just thought I'd do a little different take on it, so I just slit the middle and added some pistachio nuts.
You're so creative. You know, you're an overachiever. You make the rest of us look bad. Okay.
Yeah, and I just dusted it with a little bit of coconut.
So pretty.
And then laddu is, it's also a very important dish in Diwali, but also in other religious prayers that we have. Ganesha Chaturthi is one of them.
Because that was his favorite, wasn't it?
Absolutely, hence the belly. So I just did a traditional bundi laddu. It takes a little bit of work.
That's hard work.
It's hard work.
Don't say a little bit of work. We know that's hard work.
Okay, I was just playing it down. And then I sprinkled it with a little bit of almonds, and then here, the bling theme, you can see there's some gold.
Yeah, Diwali is all about the bling.
It's
I mean,
all
look
about
at that. It's pretty bling.
There we go.
And then you brought us some very pretty biscuits.
Yes.
I mean, they're not just ordinary biscuits.
These are butter biscuits, and then I've just put some different toppings. Some have icing, some have nuts, chocolate, and then just to make it a little bit pretty for TV, I've just put a little bit of edible flowers there.
Okay, fantastic. Now, you're a food blogger.
Yes.
This is what you do.
Yes.
I mean, do you have a passion for cooking and baking? Is that your thing? Obviously. Yeah.
Well, you know, I moved to Johannesburg 10 years ago, and I didn't have my mom's cooking at my disposal anymore, so I had to actually kind of learn to cook, and I actually found that I loved it, and I started to become very experimental. And before I knew it, I was a food blogger, and you know, it just happened. And I'm also a writer by profession, so the two I married the two, and blogging and writing, it just made sense.
And is this really hard work?
Yuveka, it's a lot of hard work, and there's so much of dishes at the end of it all. Thank God I have a dishwasher.
No, thank God, that's who your husband is,
Of course, yes. That's what I meant. I just didn't want to say it.
He's the dishwasher.
Yeah, sweetmeats generally is a lot of hard work, but for me, cooking I find quite enjoyable because I get to experiment. I find baking and making sweetmeats a science, because if you just miss one thing in a recipe,
Tell us about your blog. Where can we find you?
Okay, you can find me on Facebook. It's called Kirosha's Kitchen.
Right.
I have launched my Instagram page, and that should be live in by next week.
Fantastic.
And I'm busy with my website as well.
Do you take orders?
I'll take for you.
But not for me. Okay, well,
Yes.
clever girls like me,
Yes.
we choose to go spend Diwali with our parents back in
Yes.
Durban, so we don't have to do any of this. I'm clever that way, you see. Okay, thanks very much, Kirosha. And I suppose you want to send out a message while you're here to everybody who's going to be celebrating Diwali.
Yes, I just want to say happy Diwali to everyone that's celebrating. Just spread love and light, and please, an earnest appeal, just be wary and responsible of the fireworks that you do participate in. Our fur babies really do struggle.
Our fur babies, I like that.
So please
Okay.
take cognizance of that.
Okay, and this is all very pretty. And thank you. And crew, you'll just have to hold on for a little bit till we end the show. It's a couple of minutes before you can attack these goodies. Thank you so much. A fantastic